Hey guys, Ryan here from Next Level Extreme Fitness here in Des Moines. I've got Sarah here as my demonstration model today. We're gonna go over some basic technique stuff today to really make sure that you're not gonna have those little nicks and dings or injuries along the way while you participate in our program. It doesn't matter if you're a returner, somebody who's been here for years, or if you're somebody that's just starting our at-home program, this stuff will be really beneficial for you going forward, hitting these bags. So starting out, basic stance I want to talk about here. Left foot will be forward to start out with. So if a lot of people don't understand left foot forward, right foot forward, why we do one. Most people who are right-handed are gonna have their left foot forward. From there, we'll eventually work both sides, so it won't really matter. But let's just talk about your left foot forward stance, since the majority of people are right-handed. From there, my left foot is forward, right foot is staggered back. My feet are at about a 45-degree angle, angled through the bag there. I'm not gonna be just squared up on this. And from there, I wanna always make sure I'm about an arm length away from that bag. So when I stand flat-footed here, from there I'm gonna reach my left hand out in front, arm length away from the bag is where I'm looking to be started on here. From there, I will never be actually flat-footed going through this. I'm gonna be up on the balls of my feet. From there, my hands are up. From there, when I throw these two punches, it's gonna be a jab and a cross. A couple big things on this. Your hands never drop. And from there, I want you to make sure you're letting your body turn, letting your feet turn. So my hands are up, from there I throw a left jab straight at the bag. So that's that arm length away. Your body actually pushes away. You're using this kind of as a setup punch. From there, that hand, once again, never drops. That hand comes back to your face, and you'll immediately throw a right cross in the middle of that bag there. Bring your hands back up. So let's reset and do that again, a little bit slower. Left foot forward, hands are up. You reach that left arm up and you turn your body away. Kind of snap that bag with that left jab. From there, right cross is the same thing, like you're hitting somebody right in the nose with both punches. So same spot, both times. One more time, left foot forward, hands are up. I'm gonna throw that left jab. Middle knuckle, index finger knuckle are leading that punch, not your ring finger knuckle, not your pinky knuckle. From there, bring your left hand back to your face, throw a right cross. So if I'm working on this bag, I'm gonna throw a left jab, right cross. And then she throws that left jab, right cross. Never letting those hands drop. So what I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have you go 30 seconds so at home. I'm gonna pause the music at some point. Whenever I pause the music, I want you to freeze exactly where you're at. Sarah will do the same. And we're gonna check the checklist we just gave you there. A couple things on form, making your feet are turning, make sure your hands are up. We'll talk about that more as we get there. But right now, throwing that left foot forward, jab cross, left, right. Once again, make sure you're always that arm length away from that bag, and then you're always moving around that bag. You're not just staying in one spot. That'll help you keep those feet moving and let that body rotate. And freeze there, so hold that cross on there. So there you go. Now from there, look at her back foot. Her back foot's turned. Her left hand is by her face, right hand. Middle knuckles make the brunt of that contact with the fat part of that glove. And from there, hands are up. From there, she finished that punch there, pulled it back to her face. She'd return back to giving herself a little bit of space. Go back to it from there. So back to work, left foot. Once again, that back foot is turned. So we're thinking about this. While she's doing that, I want you to think of your heels as your brakes, and I want you to think of your toes as your accelerator. What I mean by that is, your power in kickboxing comes from your weight. F equals ma. Good old second law of motion by Isaac Newton. From there, your force, your power, and everything you're putting into this bag, created by your mass times acceleration. So your entire body weight is what you're trying to put in that bag. So when she throws that cross right here, all of her weight's coming from that back side. That's her weight going into it. From there, how quickly she throws it is from that acceleration, from that starting point. That's what we're trying to combine to that force, that power you put into that bag. Give as strong a punch as possible there. So once again, throw that jab cross, make sure your feet are turning, whatever side you're punching from, or whatever hand you're punching from, that same foot turns. Here we go, back to work, going again, here we go. Jab on there, so give me that jab real quick. All right, now from there, see her arms fully extended almost all the way through there? I always say 3/4 of the way extension should go to that bag. The rest, that extra 25% or so, that'll go through the bag. So there's gonna be some give in that bag here. I don't want you to hyperextend your elbow before you get to that bag. So once again, 3/4 of the way to that bag. The rest of it will kind of come when that extension will come through that bag as you punch it there. But notice when she holds that jab on there again, hold that on there. From there, once again, this is a setup punch. You're not trying to kill anybody necessarily with this punch. It's still a stiff arm punch. You're snapping it on there, but that's just kind of creating separation as a setup punch, so you can throw a hard cross next. That's giving you that room, because otherwise, if you didn't, you'd be really tight in here. You're not a T-Rex. Jab sets you back, cross brings you in, and eventually it'll set us up for a hook, which we'll talk about later. Let's go one more time. Let's go to your right foot forward, Sarah. Still throwing that jab cross, but now you've got right, left. There's that cross again. Her right hand is by her face. Her left foot is turned because she is throwing that cross. Let's reset. Throw that jab again real quick, Sarah. Right jab. Her right foot will be turned in that case. Throw that cross now. That left foot will be turned. So that's kind of our basic jab cross. Move on to our hooks coming up next.